One of the most common things I hear from leaders is that they're struggling with time management. There's too much to do, too little time. There are too many meetings, not enough space to advance the work. I offer everyone the same thought, and I want to offer it to you today also. You do not have a time management problem, you have a mind management problem. Based on over 25 years of experience working with leaders at all levels and in all types and sizes of organizations, I can say with confidence that the number one contributor to this challenge is burnout. Burnout is a lack of emotional resilience, and that's a problem because emotional resilience is the strength you draw on when you're feeling overwhelmed and overworked. People who are burnt out report feeling stuck, confused, irritated, anxious, and even numb. How productive do you think you can be when you're feeling this way? So, yes, I can and will share my system for time management and productivity in another video, but no process or tool I give you will make any difference if you're attempting to utilize it when you're feeling any of these feelings. Here's what is the most important thing I can teach you about burnout: it's created by your brain. Your survival brain is constantly scanning the environment for anything it perceives as dangerous and then sends stress signals like alerts to your body when it thinks it detects something bad. This triggers a fight, flight, or freeze response, kicking you outside of your optimal window of tolerance and depleting your emotional resilience reserves. The problem is your survival brain does not know the difference between a threat to your safety and a threat to your ego. So while you're actually not in any real danger, your nervous system responds as if you are. And when this happens repeatedly, like it does for so many leaders these days, it causes burnout. Burnout in turn manifests as overwhelm, confusion, anxiety, irritability, all feelings that erode your ability to set boundaries and focus in a way that allows you to be effective and efficient. So, now that you know the thing that moves the needle fastest on your time management challenge is to banish burnout, how do you actually do it? I encourage you to approach it from a few different angles. Even when burnout is triggered by something external, it's caused by your thoughts, and you have options here. Change your thoughts about the circumstance, which will in turn change how you're feeling, reducing burnout. I also recommend that you minimize inputs that cause your nervous system to get out of that optimal zone where you're feeling calm and confident and in control. You can't eliminate all of them, of course. For example, you have no control over how anyone else behaves, which is really too bad because that is for sure the biggest trigger. But seriously, it's futile, so don't even waste your time on this. You might, however, have some control over deadlines, what meetings you attend, who's responsible for what, how well projects are managed and expectations are communicated, things like that. So explore opportunities with these types of things. But also think about things like news and social media. You have complete control over whether you allow them in your life. So these are great examples of inputs you can minimize or even eliminate. But I think the biggest difference maker when it comes to banishing burnout is to consciously work on widening your window of tolerance. Your window of tolerance is that optimal zone that I mentioned before. It's when your nervous system is regulated, you're not in a fight or flight or freeze response. In this zone, you're able to stay focused and think clearly. What's great is that you can widen this window of tolerance, expanding your capacity to deal with stress and uncertainty more consistently and more naturally. This is learning how to regulate your nervous system on purpose, and it's a skill. And just like any other skill, it can be mastered with practice. So, whether you think of this work to banish burnout as creating more emotional resilience, widening your window of tolerance, or learning how to regulate your nervous system, the benefits are the same. At a minimum, you can expect to experience the following: increased ease and confidence in your leadership, more calm about conflict and disagreements on your team and with other people, more compassion for yourself and others, ability to set and honor boundaries, including saying no to requests from other people, a dramatic reduction in feelings like overwhelm, confusion, dread, annoyance, frustration, anger, despair, and defensiveness, and a dramatic increase in feelings of calm, confidence, compassion, connection, creativity, and curiosity. The ability to focus and concentrate for prolonged periods of time and to more effectively delegate and communicate expectations, thus increasing your effectiveness and efficiency, greatly improving your time management problem. There are many ways to widen your window of tolerance and build your emotional resilience, but I'll share the fastest and easiest one I personally use. Practice the following 4 by 8 count breathing exercise several times a day, especially when you're feeling any of those feelings we now know are associated with burnout. Inhale for a count of 4 through your nose, relaxing your jaw, your shoulders, any other muscles that feel tense. Pause at the top of that breath. Then exhale twice as long for a count of 8 through your mouth. Pause at the bottom of your breath. Repeat this sequence for 1 to 2 minutes. And then check in with yourself, check in with your body, notice any shifts or changes in its feelings of stress or tension. Like I said, practice this exercise several times a day. It widens your window of tolerance and it downregulates your nervous system so that you have a lower baseline naturally. I want to make one more point about burnout because I think it's important for you to be really honest with yourself about this, especially if you've been socialized as a female. We are subconsciously resistant to healing and banishing burnout because we associate being burnt out with being worthy. We wear busy as a badge of honor because we think that to be an ambitious, successful, hardworking person, we have to be stressed out and exhausted all the time. Because if we're not, that must mean we're not hustling. We're not working hard enough, right? Wrong. Please stop the madness. Be part of the solution and do this work to heal and banish your own burnout. I promise you, you will be a much more effective, efficient, and impactful leader if you do. Not to mention, you're going to be an all around happier and just more pleasant human. I can help you with this in two ways. The first is the Soul Centered Leadership Program, which is 12 weeks of customized one to one coaching to build your skill set, mindset, and emotional resilience so you can maximize your impact in a way that is authentic, joyful, and expansive. The second is the Alchemist Leader Lab, which is a lifetime access program that combines content, coaching, and community to provide that same skill set, mindset, and the energetics tools necessary to become a soul centered and high impact leader with ease and joy. You can book a discovery call to learn more about either or both. The link is in the description below.